back to Bloom Pilates. My name is Amy and I'm going to be your Pilates instructor for today. I'm joined by my amazing husband Gavin. Gavin is going to be doing all of the beginner modifications for you today. So if you're a beginner or you're new to Pilates, just follow along with Gavin. Right, we're going to come to the back of our mats, making sure that your feet are nice and parallel, rolling your shoulder blades down and back, relaxing those knees slightly. We're going to exhale, roll down into our standing roll down, chin to chest, upper back, mid back, lower back. Inhale, hold, and exhale, slow and controlled, rolling all the way back up to standing. Inhale, and exhale, chin to chest, rolling down through the spine. Inhale, hold, and exhale, rolling all the way back up to standing. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, rolling down vertebra by vertebra. We're going to exhale, start to walk our hands forward, coming into our downward facing dog. If you need to relax those knees a little bit here, you can. And from there, we're going to press both heels down into the mat. We're then going to lift both heels up and press both heels down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to start to pedal through the feet, just warming up the backs of the legs, getting a beautiful stretch through the upper back and into those shoulders. And from there, we're going to roll forward into a plank, taking a nice deep inhale, lifting up out of those shoulders, and then exhale, rolling back into downward facing dog. And we exhale, we roll forward. Inhale, hold, and exhale all the way back. 2 more of those. Exhale, rolling forward. Inhale, hold, and exhale all the way back. 1 last time. Inhale, exhale, rolling forward. We hold this plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping down onto your knees. We're going to exhale, round through the spine. And inhale, arch. Exhale, rounding through the spine. And inhale, arch. 2 more. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Last one. Exhale, round. And inhale, arch. We're going to open our knees nice and wide and just sink back into rest position or child's pose, taking a nice deep inhale through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. Inhale and exhale. When you feel ready, just slowly starting to come all the way back up to a seated position. So I don't think I mentioned it, but today we're going to be doing a small ball Pilates flow. So we're going to be starting with one side of the body, going all the way around, and then we're going to repeat on the other side. It won't really make sense now, but as we go along, you'll see we're going to do a full circle today. So it's a little bit more of a flow. Right, so we're going to come to the edge of our mat. Modified version, you're going to have the small ball behind your lower back for me. Full variation, we're going to place the small ball in between your shins, so a little bit higher than your ankles. Making sure that your feet are nice and parallel, so imagining that they're on train tracks. We're going to draw the shoulder blades down and back, grabbing hold behind your knees for me to start coming into a seated cat stretch. We're going to exhale, round through the spine, gently squeezing the ball if you've got it in between your legs. And then we inhale, come all the way back to that seated position, just opening the breastbone a little bit as you come up. Inhale. And exhale, rolling back. Inhale, Coming all the way back to that seated position. Let's do 2 more of those. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, hold. And exhale, rounding to come all the way back up. One last time, inhale. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, hold. And exhale, all the way back up. So we're going to keep gently squeezing the ball, or if you're doing the modified version, the ball's behind your back. We're going to reach our arms forward, just in line with those shoulders. Roll those shoulder blades down and back, and really think of that mid-back lengthening for me as we're in the seated position. We inhale to prepare, brace those abdominal muscles, thinking of that capital Y position within the torso. We're going to exhale, roll down, either onto your small ball or just past those sit bones. Inhale, squeeze the ball a little bit more, and exhale, rounding through the spine to come all the way back to that seated position. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, rolling down through the spine, scooping that belly button in for me. And exhale, rounding through the spine to come all the way back to that seated position. Inhale, exhale, rolling down. We're going to hold it here. And I want to cross one hand over the other. We're going to go into a rotation now to face the left leg. And we're going to inhale, rotate to the left leg. Exhale, come back to center, reach those arms forward, and we're going to exhale round through the spine to come all the way back up. We inhale, squeeze the ball. Exhale, rolling down halfway, one hand on top of the other. We inhale, rotate to the left. Exhale, back to center, and rounding through the spine to come all the way back up. One more time, inhale. Exhale, rolling down. One hand on top of the other. We inhale, rotate to the left. Exhale, back to center, reaching those arms forward and rounding through the spine to come all the way back to that seated position. So we're now going to grab hold of the small ball. If you're doing a modified version, you're going to repeat this whole glute series without the ball. So you're just going to be lifting your left heel off of the floor. If you're following me, make sure that your socks aren't slippy, so if you need to, you might have to take your socks off. We're going to place the small ball just underneath your left foot, and we're going to roll all the way down onto our backs, vertebra by vertebra, coming into our glute series. We're going to stretch and lengthen those hands away. Just walk your foot in towards your glutes. So you've got about 1.5 feet space between your heels and your glutes. And you want to make sure, even though the one foot is elevated on the small ball, that those knees are in alignment. Or, following Gavin, you're just lifting that left heel off of the floor. We're going to take a nice deep inhale, tilt the pelvis towards you. Exhale, engaging your glutes and hamstrings. We start to peel the spine, lower back, mid back, upper back, coming into pelvic lift. Inhale, hold. Imagine that tray of gin and tonic resting on your hips. And we're going to exhale, roll down, upper back, mid back, lower back, all the way back down. We repeat. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, engaging your glutes and hamstrings, peeling your spine off of the mat. Inhale, hold, and exhale, rolling all the way down, upper back, mid back, lower back. One last time, we're going to hold it there. We inhale, tilt the pelvis. Exhale, engaging your glutes and hamstrings. We hold it there. So if you're following Gavin, you're going to lift your leg into tabletop and tap your foot down. So up and down for a set of 10. If you're following me, we're going to slide the small ball away and then slide it back in. So keeping those glutes engaged, let's give it a go. We inhale and exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exhale. 6, exhale. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. 9, exhale. And 10, Exhale, lifting the hips a little higher for me. We're going to drop down into our Shakira hips. So we're going to drop into that right hip now. We drop down into the hip and then lifting up, keeping those knees as still as possible. Down and up for a set of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it there. We're going to exhale, slow and controlled roll all the way down, upper back, mid back, lower back. Bring that left leg across and over towards your right knee. We're going to draw that right knee in towards your chest, coming into figure 4. How are you doing, Gavin? Okay? Everybody at home good? All right, that was a good one to warm up the glutes. We're now going to grab hold of the small Pilates ball and just bring it in between your knees for me. So if you're doing modified version, you're keeping your feet flat on the floor, keeping the ball in between your knees. If you're following me and we're doing full variation, we're going to interlace our hands behind our head. We're going to lift the legs into tabletop, squeezing the small ball. So we inhale to prepare. Everybody interlacing your hands behind your head. And we're going to exhale, lift your head and chest, pressing your breastbone down. Inhale, hold, and exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, hold, and exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, lift. Now we hold it up. We're going to reach those arms back behind us. We're going to circle them round, lifting your head and chest a little higher, and then interlacing your hands behind your head, we release all the way down. So it's almost like you're doing the backstroke. We inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting your head and chest. Inhale, reaching those arms back. Exhale, circling round, interlacing your hands behind your head and releasing all the way down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circling round and bringing your hands behind your head, releasing all the way down. If you're doing the modified version, you're going to bring your legs up to tabletop for the next one. If you're doing the full variation, as we stretch our arms out, we're going to stretch the legs out. And if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can always bring the small ball in between your ankles. Right, so we inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting your head and chest. So modified version, repeating the arms again. Full version, we inhale, stretch the legs out as well. Exhale, circling round, lifting up a little higher. Interlacing your hands behind your head and then releasing all the way down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, circling round, lifting a little higher. Inhale, hands behind your head, and exhale, release all the way down. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, reach, coming into double leg stretch. Exhale, circling round. Inhale, hands behind your head, and exhale, release. The last one. Inhale, exhale, lifting your head and chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circling round. Inhale, hold. Hands behind your head, and exhale, release. Hug those knees in. Sometimes I think the double leg stretch is a little bit more challenging than the 100. Unpopular opinion, that. Right, so if you're doing full variation, we're going to grab hold of the small ball and just stretch both legs out. If you're doing the modified version of your roll up, you're going to place the small ball behind your shoulder blades, just following Gav for that one. You can either bend your knees or stretch them out, whichever feels most comfortable. Reaching, if you've got the ball in your hands, reaching those arms back, we inhale to prepare. Exhale, chin to chest, rolling all the way up and reaching up and over that imaginary barrel as you come forward. Coming back to that seated position, shoulders down, we inhale. Exhale, rolling all the way down, lower back, mid back, upper back. Inhale and exhale, chin to chest. We roll all the way up, reaching up and over that imaginary barrel. 1 more for me. We inhale, exhale, rolling all the way down, lower back, mid back, upper back. Inhale, hold, and exhale, rolling all the way up, reaching up and over, just holding this forward fold, enjoying that stretch through the backs of your legs. Catching your breath, we're going to come all the way to a seated position. So if you're following me, we're going to place the small ball behind your shoulder blades. If you're following Gavin, you're going to repeat this whole exercise flat on the mat, so without the small ball. So what we're going to do is, if you're following Gav, lying all the way down onto the mat, and you're just basically going to come into an ab crunch with a little tabletop. So both knees are bent for me, hands behind your head. If you're following me, we're going to repeat exactly the same thing, just having the small ball underneath your shoulder blades. If you're using the small ball, making sure to tuck the tailbone under so that that lower back is nice and rounded and that we're not putting any pressure into that lower back. Right, so we all interlace those hands behind your head, taking a nice deep inhale. As we exhale, we're going to lift the left leg up to tabletop, coming into a little ab crunch. Inhale, hold, and then exhale, tap down. Now, if you're on the floor, you're going to, if you're on the ball, you're going to stretch and lengthen your spine slightly so your back is nice and flat, keeping the rib cage contracted. And then we exhale, lift your head and chest, and inhale, tap down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Two more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Last one. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Now we're going to add a rotation to that. So as we exhale, we bring the opposite elbow to knee and inhale, tap. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, tap. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, tap. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, tap. Last one, exhale, rotate. We hold it there, 10 upper body pulses, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to extend that left leg straight up to the ceiling, staying in that little rotation. As we come back to center, we're going to flex the foot, so we're staying lifted in that crunch. As we inhale, we rotate, point the toes. Exhale, center flex. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Two more. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Last one. Exhale, flex. Holding it there. I'm going to ask you to point your toes and then press your fingertips down into the mat for me. If you're doing modified version, you're going to relax your whole head onto the mat. Again, keeping that knee bent. If you're following me and you feel like it's comfortable enough, stretch that right leg all the way. Coming into our single leg circles, we circle around for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And from there, we're going to lower that leg all the way down onto the mat. Modified version, you've got the ball underneath your shoulder blades to come into your roll-up. Full version, we're going to lie all the way down and come into our full roll-up. So we inhale to prepare. Exhale, rolling all the way up, reaching up and over that imaginary barrel. Again, just enjoying the stretch through the backs of the legs and just catching your breath. Right, from there we're going to come up onto our hands and knees. So modified version, you're not going to use the ball at all. Full variation, we're going to place the small ball underneath our knees. Now, Gavin has a knee issue. He can't kneel on these mats, they're quite thin. So if you've got any knee issues at home, what I would suggest is just grabbing a small hand towel or even a little cushion just to put underneath your knees as a bit of cushioning when we come onto our hands and knees. Again, if you want to modified version, you can come down onto your forearms. Full variation, we're going to come onto the ball. We're going to flex both feet and we're going to lift that right hip off of the mat so that our hips are level. We're going to scoop the belly button in, so lengthening the tailbone away. And from there, we're going to exhale, lift that right leg up into donkey kick, and then bring it back down. Exhale, lift, and in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Holding it there. 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to point the toes, bring that right knee down. Coming into our fire hydrant, we open the knee and close. Exhale, 2, and close. 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're on the ball, you should feel that left quad activating. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Holding it there. 10 pulses with that right knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Right, so modified version for the next exercise. Place the small ball in between your knees, flexing your feet. From there, you're going to lift up into a little knee lift and then lower down. Full variation. We're going to place both knees onto the small ball, lifting up out of the shoulders, scooping your belly button in. When you feel like you're balanced enough, slowly peel those toes off of the mat. From there, we take a nice deep inhale, and we're going to exhale. Draw those knees in toward your chest, and exhale, release. And inhale, exhale. 3 more. And release. 2, and release. Last one, and release. And from there, just pushing back into your rest position. You can use the ball just as a little bit of an extra stretch. Hopefully those quads are feeling warm, those abs are feeling warm, hopefully those shoulders and arms are feeling warm. It's a nice little full body exercise, that one. Right, we're going to come down onto our side now. So, modified version, you're going to have the ball just underneath your hip and your rib cage and lying all the way down. So, making sure that your left leg is on the top. I'm mirroring everybody, so at home you should have that left leg on top and coming down onto the forearms if you're doing that modified version. Full variation, we're going to come all the way up onto our hand, and we're going to place the small ball just behind your knee. So if you're doing the modified version, you're sort of sinking down into the ball and lifting off of it as a little bit of a springboard. Full version, we've got that straight arm lifting up out of that bottom side. So from there, we're going to reach that top arm up to the ceiling, and we're going to exhale, dip down. So you're either dipping down into the ball, and then everybody, as you lift that top leg. Exhale down, and lift, down, exhale, lift, 2 more, and lift, last one, and lift. We're going to grab hold of the ball, so if you're using it for underneath for that modified version, grab hold of it, take it into your hands. We scoop the belly button towards the spine. We're going to tap the ball towards your foot and lower down. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We reach the arm up and over. Lift that left leg. Flex your foot. We're going to pulse up to the ceiling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap that top leg onto the mat. We're going to do a nice side reach. And then slowly coming down, we're going to take that top leg, swing it back, bottom leg, swing it forward, and come into our mermaid stretch. Circling round. And again. One last time. and round. We're going to come up onto our hands and knees, flexing our feet, pushing back into downward facing dog. We're going to walk the feet forward, walk the hands back, slow and controlled, rolling all the way up to standing, to come into our standing series. So we're going to grab hold of the small ball. I'm just going to turn to face everybody at home so you can see what I'm doing. So legs about hip width apart. Everybody's going to grab hold of the small ball. So what we're going to do is you're going to squeeze the ball. Modified version, if you find lifting your leg a little bit too much, you can just lift your heel. It's still going to work into the obliques, but we're going to squeeze the ball, lifting your leg if you're following me. And we're going to exhale, rotate towards that lifted leg, come back to center, and tap down. So remember, modified version, you're just lifting that left heel, and you're just holding it there. So let's give that a try. We inhale, squeeze the ball, exhale, rotate, back to center, and tap. We lift, rotate, center, and tap. Lift, rotate. So remember, a little squeeze into the ball as you rotate. 2 more. Rotate, center, and down. Last one, lift, rotate, center, and down. From there, we're going to come to face the front of our mats. We're going to take the left leg back, and we're going to squeeze the ball. If you need to, grab hold of something at home like your wall, a chair, if you know you've got really bad balance. Otherwise, we're going to gently squeeze the ball. We're going to go down into a lunge, lift up. Then we're going to, if you're doing modified version, you're following Gav, slightly bend that right knee. If you're following me, straighten the knee. We're going to hinge forward, press the ball into your thigh, lift all the way up, and then go back into that lunge, and lift, hinge, and up, lunge, and lift, hinge, and up. So we're activating that right glute, and up, hinge, lift. Last one, lunge, and up, hinge, and lift. We're going to step forward, give those legs a little bit of a shake. Again, I'm just going to turn to face you. Modified version, you're not using the ball, you're just going to hold onto it and lift that left heel for me as you go into your squats. Full version, we're going to place the small ball underneath our left heel. Again, if you need to hold onto something, make sure you've got a steady surface. And from there, we're going to squat down and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, keeping the backs nice and straight, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you may be wondering, but we haven't repeated any of that to the other side. So this is where that circle starts to happen. We're now going to repeat everything to the other side, but in the reverse. So coming from the standing series all the way back down to that seated series. So we're going to go straight over onto that right leg, coming into those squats. If you're doing modified version, you're grabbing hold of the ball. Are we ready? Everybody at home, ready? Let's go. We squat. And lift, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sorry about the ambulance. And lift. From there, we're going to grab hold of the small ball, come to the edge of our mat. We're going to go back into those lunges. This time, the right leg is going to go back. Squeezing the ball, we go lunge and lift. Little pyramid stretch, hinge forward and up. 2, lift, hinge, and up. So we're really trying to brace those abs. Shoulders down for me, hinge and lift. 2 more, up, hinge and lift. Last one, up, hinge, and lift. Coming up again, giving those legs a little bit of a shake. We're going to go into those twists again. The idea behind this one, keeping those hips as still as possible. So just doing an upper body twist for me. Modified version, just lifting that right heel. Otherwise, full variation, we're going to come into a full knee lift. So we inhale to prepare, squeezing the ball, thinking of that capital Y position. We exhale, rotate, back to center. 2, try keep those hips as still as possible. 3, 4, squeezing the ball gently as we twist. And 5, beautiful. Everybody give those shoulders a little bit of a roll out. Rolling forward. We're going to come all the way down onto our side, so over onto the other side now. Modified version, you've got the ball underneath that bottom oblique and just in between your rib cage and hip. Full variation, we're going to come all the way up onto our knees and just bring that arm forward. So you want to have your arm almost at a little bit of a diagonal, just so that when you come down into those hip dips, you have space to move in that shoulder. Right, so we're going to bring the ball behind the knee, hand lifting up to the ceiling. We drop down and lift. Everybody's going to lift that top leg. Exhale, 2, and lift. 3, lift. 4, lift, and 5, lift. From there, we grab hold of the ball, lengthen that leg away, reach the arm up. We're going to exhale, tap the ball to the leg, and drop down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to keep that top leg lifted, reach the arm up, flex that foot. We do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 pulses, and we're going to reach up and over, just stretching out that top oblique, releasing all the way down. Take that top leg, swing it back, bottom leg reaching forward. I don't know about anybody else, but I can really start to feel my body warming up now as we repeat the second side of the flow. Last one. And you got it. You know what's going to come next. We're coming onto our hands and knees. So again, just remembering, if you've got bad knees, make sure you've got something to cushion the bottom of your knees. And we're not going to use the small ball if you're following Gavin for the modified version. Full version, bringing the small ball underneath your right knee for me, making sure to spread those fingertips out, and we're going to lift up out of that left hip. Tucking the tailbone under, imagining that tray of gin and tonic resting on your lower back. We exhale, go into donkey kick, lifting that leg, and inhale, bringing it back in. Exhale, 2, 3. The second side might seem a little bit more challenging because remember, we've already done that whole left side. Exhale, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 little pulses to the ceiling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pointing your toes. We go straight into fire hydrant and close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it there. 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Modified version, you're bringing the ball in between your knees, going into those knee lifts. Full version, we're going to bring our knees onto the ball. Everybody lifting up out of those shoulders. If you're resting on the ball, make sure you're tucking that tailbone under, drawing the belly button in towards the spine. We're going to slowly peel those toes off of the mat, and we exhale. Either lift or draw those knees in towards your chest. Inhale, release. Exhale. And release. 3. Using your breath. 4, making sure to think about that capital Y position within the torso. 1. Slowly coming off of the ball and just pushing back into rest position. Catching your breath, taking a nice deep inhale through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. Slowly coming all the way back up to a seated position. From there, we're going to come into our little ab series again. So, modified version, you're going to lie flat on the floor. Full variation, we're going to bring the small ball behind our shoulder blades. Interlacing your hands behind your head. So just remembering when you're on the ball, as you reach back, you want to keep the rib cage contracted, but you're stretching and lengthening that mid to upper back. So we've got a beautiful straight back here. From there, we're going to exhale, come into a little crunch, lifting your head and chest, leg in tabletop, and inhale, tap down. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Inhale. Last one. Inhale, we add that rotation. As we lift, rotate and tap. Exhale, rotate and tap. 3, make sure you come back to center and then go down. Exhale, 4, rotate and tap. Last one, rotate. We hold it there. 10 little pulses. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to extend that leg straight up to the ceiling, come back to center. As we inhale, we flex the foot, rotate towards the knee. Exhale, point back to center. Inhale, rotate. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. If you're doing modified version, relax your head and chest all the way down. Full variation, we press the fingertips into the mat, lifting up off of the ball even higher, stretching that left leg out, pointing those toes. We go straight into leg circles for 10. 9, trying not to hula hoop those hips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax the legs down. Everybody stretch your legs out for me. Modified version, stay on the mat. You're just going to reach your arms up and back behind your head, allowing the rib cage to flare a little bit. And full version, we're just stretching up and over the ball. And if you want to, you can open those arms out into a T position. Taking a nice deep breath in through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. Full version, we're going to grab hold of the ball and come into full roll-up. Modified version, you're going to bring the small ball behind your shoulders. Unless you want to give it a try without the ball, you're more than welcome to go into full roll-up. So we inhale to prepare, and we exhale chin to chest, rolling all the way up, reaching up and over that imaginary barrel, and just enjoying the stretch in those hamstrings. You can even flex your feet, get a little bit of an extra stretch there. How are we feeling, everybody? Hopefully okay. Gavin, warm? Good. Right, we're going to come into our second ab series. So what I'm going to ask everybody that is following me, bring the small ball in between your ankles. Everybody following Gav, bring the small ball in between your knees and keep your feet pressed into the floor. Everybody else, we're going to roll all the way down onto the mat. Gav's going to roll down as well, and you're just keeping your feet pressed into the floor. Everybody following me, legs are in tabletop. We're going to interlace our hands behind our heads, opening those elbows out to the side. We inhale to prepare. We're going to exhale, lift your head and chest, press your breastbone down. Inhale, I want you to reach those arms forward. Bring your hands behind your head, and then exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, exhale, lifting your head and chest. Inhale, reach, squeezing the ball. Hands behind your head, and release. 2 more like that. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Hands behind your head, and release. We're now going to go into our 100. So you can let me know down in the comments whether you prefer double leg stretch or the 100. I'm a 100 girl. So we're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting your head and chest, reaching those arms forward. And we inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift a little higher. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Hug those knees in towards your chest. Little rocks, side to side. Gavin, 100 or double leg?
100.
I'm 100 too. Right, we're going to bring the small ball just underneath your right foot. If you're following Gavin, you're just going to lift your right heel up off of the floor, not using the ball. Hands relaxed down next to you. We're going to go into our pelvic lift. So we inhale, tilt the pelvis towards you. Exhale, engage in your glutes and hamstrings, peeling your spine vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, hold. And then exhale, slow and controlled. Upper back, mid back, lower back. And inhale, tilting the pelvis. Exhale, engaging your glutes and hamstrings. Inhale, hold. And exhale, slow and controlled. Rolling all the way down. Last one, we hold it there. We inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Lower back, mid back, upper back. We hold it there. If you're following Gav, lift up to tabletop. If you're following me, we slide that right leg out. And then come all the way back in. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Keeping that tray of gin and tonic resting on your hips. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we keep the hips lifted. We engage those abdominal muscles. We're going to drop the left hip down and lift it up for 10. Shakira hips, 9. Just on the one side today. 8, 7, 6, 5. It feels very weird. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slow and controlled, rolling all the way down. Upper back, mid back, lower back. Bring that right foot onto your left knee and just hug it in for figure 4. Catching your breath. We're nearly there, everybody. You've nearly made it through the whole flow. We've got this last seated series to do. So just grabbing underneath your legs, rolling yourself all the way up to a seated position. If you're following Gav, small ball behind your lower back, following me, bringing the ball in between your ankles. So we're going to do the reverse to start. We inhale to prepare, reach those arms forward, shoulder blades down and back. We're going to exhale, roll down just past those sit bones. Bring one hand on top of the other, and we inhale, rotate to the right leg. Come back to center, reach those arms forward and rolling all the way up. Kind of feels a little bit like deja vu when you do it again. Inhale, exhale, rolling down, one arm crossed. Inhale, rotate to the side, back to center, reaching those arms forward and rounding through the spine to come all the way up. Inhale, exhale, rolling down, one arm over the other. Inhale, rotate, back to center, reach those arms forward and rolling all the way up. 3 normal roll downs. Inhale, exhale, rolling onto the ball or just past your sit bones. Inhale, hold, squeeze the ball a little bit more, and exhale, all the way back up. Inhale, exhale, rolling down. Inhale, hold, and exhale, all the way back up. Inhale, exhale, rolling down. Inhale, hold, and exhale, all the way back up. We're going to bring our hands behind our knees, coming into our seated cat. We exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. And inhale, stretching and opening up the chest. Exhale, rounding through the spine. And inhale. Last one, exhale, rounding through the spine. And inhale. From there, we're going to grab hold of the ball, bring it to the side of your mat, coming onto your hands and knees for our cat stretch. We're going to exhale, round through the spine. This is your opportunity just to catch your breath. Inhale, maybe also just check in with yourself, see how your body's feeling after the session. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale. From there, we're going to flex those toes, push back into down dog. You can bend those knees if you need to. We're going to lift both heels up and press them down, hopefully feeling a little bit of a difference compared to the beginning of the class. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to pedal through the feet. From there, we're going to walk our feet forward. Walk our hands back, grabbing hold of your elbows. Little rocks, side to side. And then from there, just coming back to center, we exhale, roll up vertebra by vertebra. Keep hold of your elbows, reaching your arms all the way up to the ceiling, pressing your palms together, little upper back bend. And exhale, release. Well done, everybody. That was a good flow today. Just got the body nice and warm. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure that you leave some comments in the description below. It's just really good for feedback. It makes me realize if these classes are good and if you're enjoying them. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of these. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks, everyone. Bye.